Vanilla, jasmine, bergamot, musk, May rose, and exotic woods. Some of nature's most alluring scents. Any one of these ingredients would make for a noteworthy olfactory experience, but bring them together and one gets a bottle of Shalimar, the first Oriental perfume to be marketed and sold in the West. At the turn of the 20th century, the norms of Western perfumery were shaken with the introduction of Shalimar, the crown jewel of the Guerlain name, which has maintained its mystique since its creation in 1921. Jacques Guerlain was fascinated by stories of the Orient, and it was a love story 300 years prior to Shalimar that inspired its creation. Thousands of miles from Paris in the heart of India ruled the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan. Emperor Jahan was so enamored with his wife Mumtaz Mahal that upon her passing he commissioned an impressive mausoleum that would forever be her final resting place, as well as his. This mausoleum, the Taj Mahal, was but one of Emperor Jahan's ambitious commissions, the other being the Shalimar Gardens, in which Guerlain found the name of his revolutionary creation. European perfumery at the time was composed of single-flower perfumes and eau de colognes, light and pale in scent. Guerlain created an innovation in chemistry, synthesizing a stronger and longer-lasting vanilla molecule called vanillin, surpassing nature's fragrance within the vanilla pod. This discovery of vanillin introduced a new category of perfume: Oriental perfume. Rich, complex, and fantastic, Shalimar was the air of far-off lands entering Europe. Of course, by the 1920s, France was no stranger to the adoption of Oriental culture. In the 19th century, France was at the center of a luxury industry that recreated Oriental aesthetics to be sold across the Western world. Turkish rugs, Chinese porcelain, and Indian textiles were some of the mass-produced artifacts that were French-made, at times by way of stealing trade secrets from other countries and copying imports. Shalimar's popularity became tied to Western exploitation of Eastern peoples and resources. The bottle itself borrows from Oriental iconography. It is made entirely of glass with ridges that give it a seashell-like appearance. It fits comfortably in the palm of your hand. The cyan topper of the bottle is shaped like a crescent, invoking images of hand-held folding fans. Shalimar itself looks like a fine bourbon with its deep gold color, complementing the shiny gold of the label and the regal blue of the topper. Guerlain, along with other high-end French brands, created idealized accounts of the harvesters' lives, presenting Madagascar in particular as a land populated by highly skilled workers that dutifully served the former metropole. The French colonization of Madagascar lasted between 1897 and 1958, expediting the import of Shalimar's key ingredient and highlighting the perfume as an Oriental addition to Occident fashion, from the hands of foreign women onto the wrists and necks of Parisians. When it debuted, Shalimar was the fragrance of the flapper. The legendary liberation of women was trailed by an aroma of sexuality, cosmopolitanism, and modernity. Shalimar is aligned with this attitude by being a mixture of foreign ingredients and influences, yet it is labeled Made in France, and utilized as a reason for why perfume is a French specialty.